Good afternoon, folks. We are live and back once again. Let me go ahead and switch everything over and get set up, and we will jump into more grinding in Warriors Abyss. All right, should have video. Should have audio. And we should have the game. Oh, it has been a week. I can't remember if we did this one last week. Yeah, we did the beginning. So it's time to keep grinding in Warriors Abyss, but today I'm introducing a new element that'll hopefully keep things interesting as we run through the game today and in future sessions. So first off, I guess we can go to the main screen. We're going to be playing normal mode for a little bit, and we'll see what we end up doing. If you look at the main roster here of all the characters, let's see, I picked up some unique weapons. We still are way off from having every character with their weapon. I played around with some of the cast while I was on the road, just tinkering around with some that I hadn't really played before. I did get to do a first time clear with Ganning. I've never played with this character before this game. He shows up in a lot of the crossover Musou games, and he's been in a bunch of the Dynasty Warriors ones. But he's pretty fun. Pretty quick character. You build him for speed and focus around Slay as an element. So I got a T5 clear with him for the first time, and he was under cumulative level 52. He got to 62 once I cleared the final boss. Oh, let's see. Anyone who has a trophy by their name means they've been cleared on one of the traversal levels. Alright, just yesterday I was doing some grinding. I like Mitsuhide. He's got a pretty strong moveset. And so I gave him Transcendence, which actually increases his tactic, which you can't see on the screen, I don't think. But his particular tactic is very strong. Now that he's transcended, he'll be useful to have on teams. Here we can go to the tree to talk about why it's decently powerful. So his transcended skill set, he gets a boost to skill emblems, which is nice. You can get that attack speed up, get the element boosts on your character. His 15% for every master gunner is interesting. You have to sort of build around looking for characters that have that emblem, but 15 a pop is nothing to disregard. And then his blade, his weapon doesn't really do a ton that really changes the game too much. If he takes a lot of damage, he'll recharge his Musou extremely fast. And every time you destroy projectiles, getting a little bit more on the gauge is nice. But if we look at his summoning skills and tactics, enemies at Honnoji gets a boost when you transcend him. When you have him on your formation and attack barriers, and this is a kind of unique skill. I don't know how many other characters do stuff like this, but attack goes up by 150 and defense drops by 60% when you attack enemy barriers, and that includes bosses, I believe. So if you throw this guy on your formation, you'll get a huge boost whenever you attack enemy barriers, and it'll drop a defense down debuff on the enemies as well. And I imagine that probably can stack up decently high if you are doing a lot of hits. That's going to be interesting. I will have to keep an eye out for this guy now that he's transcended, because that's strong. It's an anti-barrier skill, which is pretty good for T6. But what I'd like to do is run through some normal mode, but I'm testing out something new for today on stream, and if people like it, then maybe I can just make it a permanent redeem and people can use whenever I'm getting ready to start a run. But kind of similar to what we did in Monster Hunter. It's been a while, so I haven't done it recently, but if I go over to OBS and I pull up, where is it? There it is. Have another browser window just hidden in the background here. This is going to be hard to see because it's so small, but this is the popular picker wheel, which I'm used for making randomized choices. And I did this earlier. It took a little bit, but this wheel has all 119 characters in Warriors Abyss that are available so far. And what I'm going to do for a few runs, just to try something different, is I'm going to spin the wheel, and whoever it lands on, I got to take out on a run. And I think what I'll do is, if it's someone who doesn't have a weapon, I'm going to take them out on T3. If they have a weapon and I'm fairly confident we can get far, I'll probably do T5. But it'll depend. There's probably going to be a vast majority of characters I've never played with before, or I might get lucky and get someone that I already have upgrades on, or weapons or transcendence. But we'll be at the mercy of the randomizer. So to start, I'm going to spin it and we'll see who it chooses for the first run here. Oh, Naomasa. Looks like Naomasa 2. That's Naomasa E. Okay. That's a character I do have upgraded. So we'll take him on T5. And then when we should be able to clear that one relatively easily because he's got upgrades. But when we get back here, we'll look at rolling another character. Maybe we'll, for the second run through, try and get someone that we've never tried out before. Okay. Here's Naomasa. Now we want to swap his record. So right now we've got the one that just gives boosts for every speed emblem, but it primarily is driven by whether or not we're going to go summon spam. We could go for just regular damage, at which point maybe I will leave speed on. This is a rank 4. I'd be really interested to see if the rank 5 ones have better stats, like 5% for every X emblem you have. That would be pretty big. But so far I haven't seen any in the rare 5 drop. Let's keep speed on, since we've primarily been using this guy for a summon spam build. Let's go for just fighting through normally, build him for damage, and we'll see. Maybe I'll get lucky. If I get like a Ryza drop or something early on, maybe I'll commit to doing summon spam because his moveset is really, really good for that. But let's see what happens. This guy can do pretty good damage on his own. Prioritize fire. 1, because it's an element he gets a boost from. And 2, if I do decide to pivot to summon spam, I'm going to need fire and ice to unlock Ryza. Okay, we can get speed. Yeah, we'll get speed. Walk speed is kind of slow until you get a little bit into the speed tree. Okay, we could push Vigor. Kind of build this guy for Shockwave spam. Max out Vigor. Try and max out Skill. Vigor, Skill, Fire. And then maybe Overflow with Muso or Charm. Okay. Go for Charm. Or Skill, rather. In fact, it might make more sense to go for Charm with Assemble skills over Muso, since he does boost summons in general, even if we're not going for summon spam. Maybe I'll do that. We'll see what the game gives me. Oh, whoops. Could have gone Ember. Oh well. The max health is nice, but not super necessary as long as we just focus on not getting hit. Oop. I think I mentioned it before. Naomasa's Muso isn't bad, it just has such a long startup. Makes it a little impractical when you're going for the game modes where you have to be fast. It's like Void. Void specifically, since you lose like 5 seconds almost waiting for him to start up and throw the actual attack. Ooh, it's close. Alright, 12k in blood. We'll go for cooldown reduction. Now if I get either a fire or ice tree. Still not too late to commit to doing summon spam. But we'll see. We'll go for the non-wisdom one. Bird hit me? How are we doing on skill? Or we go speed fire. Yeah, we'll go skill. It's easier for us to build fire for sure. Ooh, double speed. Okay. Guess we get speed where we can, since with the record I've got on. It's free damage. Ooh, max health down. We get a crystal bead. Alright, we'll take that. Right, more fire. Okay, we're gonna bank that crystal bead until we get either a skill or vigor sapling. Feel like gambling? 70% we permanently reduce cooldown on evasion by 10%. 30% we lose more health. Okay, we'll go for the permanent upgrade. Ooh, got it. 25%. Okay. Now we're booking it. Ah, there's a skill tree. Pot wouldn't have been bad. The cauldron. We'll go for being able to double up on upgrades on skill. Don't really need ice for anything, but if we get Ryza, then we'll need it. Oh, nice. Kenshin, Vigor plus skill, and Bolt for funsies. Ooh, oh, that's lucky. Double skill, that puts us 10. Oh, no, we go. Oh, just short. That might do it though. First one, not really super helpful. Like a 1 in 5 chance to get the element I want. More Karma Embers isn't bad. I feel like going for the T-Caddy is the best bet. Not super great choices overall, but it's fine. I like how much lateral carry that one spinning move. I think it's a C3. Yeah, C3. Now on the timer. Not get mobbed by projectiles. Evade, boost, attack, and defense. Okay, that's good. Free buffs for a few seconds. Wow, it's Kai's weapon. Like a snake sword. Okay, let's see if we can get a better formation. We're still using the default one. We're still using keyhole. No shield, but that's good. Can use that for now. Maybe we'll switch to a shielded one later. Oh, there's good heroes here. $246. Okay, slight boost. That formation gives us, I think it said 3% attack boost for every Fire Emblem. Range up. Nice. Uh-oh. Help. Even though this character's got a handful of upgrades, stuff still hits decently hard at T5. Be careful. I'd hate to lose the run midway through. Maybe going a non-danger zone would have been a better idea. Oh well. I haven't thrown Assemble yet. So if it's too hairy, I can always do that. Just need to be careful since I don't have a shielded formation. Stuff can still hit me while Assemble's going off. Okay, 12. 2 more levels and we get the apply element to all attacks. I think we're kind of past the commitment point for summon spam, so I'm just going to build Naomasa for damage. And if I can supplement just regular summons, I will. But I didn't want to bother re-rolling at the fire tree to get Ryza. It would be a little bit costly to try and redo our build in Zone 3. Could do it, but it's fine. I do want to kind of see how he functions as a fully built damage dealer, since I don't think I've ever utilized this character that way. It's always been summon spam. And you can still sort of summon spam because his special skill chops down cooldown every time he burns somebody. That's why if we get maxed out Vigor and we get the shockwaves, after we get skill 14, then the shockwaves should be applying fire. Just burns left and right. Okay, getting close on skill. Yeah. Element. I should re-roll. Can afford to be a little more picky. Ooh. Okay, do that. Got clipped. Alright, we have one more floor and the boss. Maybe I should have gone defense, since we're kind of bailing on summon spam this late. Oh well. Okay, we got attribute always applied. So everything else we get for skill. If we can get up to 18, then that's kind of icing on the cake since it'll give all attributes a boost. But it doesn't have to be the priority. I think maxing out a Vigor should be my priority here. Oops. %, attack. It's pretty good. Where are we at? General stats. Going into the third boss. 4,000 attack. That's not bad. Oh, I should be looking for Tokugawa too. Forgot about that on his base skill. Every Tokugawa emblem that's plus 12%. I've got 3 of them. 36. Plus 36 for essentially 3 characters. Okay. Tamahami time. think it's gonna be enough. It's a tiny sliver left. Ah, that'll do it though. Oh, no. Close. Okay, so I think normally I would go Compass, but because we're playing with Naomasa, every charge attack will create an explosion that burns, which means we should be getting a lot more cooldown reduction as a result. We're just going to take a 10% hit on our health. Oh yeah, I can see that 2-second cooldown kind of popping off here and there as I'm doing combos. Okay, 13, getting closer. It's gonna be tight on the last zone. 6 more floors. That's helpful. Oh, that's gonna be enough. Yeah, 20%. Nice. Alright, this is good. Max out Objective Star 2. Gives us more chances to burn. Spam more summons. Oh boy, Dark Wraith. What are you doing? Get back here. Good night. Okay, we're close on skill. 3 more levels? No, we're here at 4 levels. All right. It's a no-brainer. More crystal beads. Come on. Dead bird. Even though it doesn't really give much of a bonus on this mode, on normal mode. Flame. And now I need to be pretty decisive in what I do. Let's see. I don't have too many more floors. So maybe try and secure the last few levels of... Where's Sophie? Vigor. I need 4. I do think of vigor and skill, being able to get the shockwaves is a little more important. We already hit 14 on skill. Forgetting to throw my summons out. Look how fast they come back. If I had more points in charm, it'd probably just be infinite. Ooh, one more. Alright, we gotta go skill and speed for sure. Maybe we can get lucky and get a couple of things we can buy out right here. Or we go shielded formation. Let's see. 8 gates gold lock. That's almost half. I don't know if I want to do that. It's good for the defense, but I kind of want to just go aggressive and build for damage. We'll get Zhang Miao. We'll get Shingen. If I manage to build up more tiers, I could technically go for a shielded formation in the final cauldron before Goma. We'll see. I'm going to push for damage and we'll see if it works out in my favor. As long as I don't get hit, it should be okay. Oh, nice. Maxed out skill. Okay, that's done. So we just need one more on Vigor, I believe. And I can reroll. I might as well burn all my rerolls here for that. Oh, perfect. Don't have to worry about it. Hayabusa. The extra skill is kind of a waste, but everything else is good. Okay. Boss floor. The dual warriors. I need to be a little bit careful with how I zip around against these two. I hate to dodge directly into one of those big spear hits from either boss. Okay, get back here. Is that gonna hit? Just barely. Okay, that's one. There's a second one right next to me. Almost 50%. Nope. I have my symbol meter full. Ooh, that was close. Okay, 4,500. Yeah, I could buy one hero. And there's no speed. Great. Let's go charge Wang Yanji. Decent amount of damage on the summons. Two. Guess we can go for the break. We won't have a sunbolt, we can throw as many summons as possible. Again, not quite. Yep. Close it out. Done. How long is that? 35 minutes? $42. Okay. Took a little bit longer. Topped out at 48.70. Pretty low battle power overall. Not really a super good record to save. But we did get a weapon out of it. Is it just Kai? Looks like it. We're almost halfway through unlocking all of the weapons. Ooh, he hit 500. That's nice. How does his base attack stack up to Hayabusa's? Guess we'll find out. Currently they're even. Same base health. Same defense, but Hayabusa's got speed. Okay. Well, I want to go back in. Let's run that back again on normal. But we're going to choose... We're going to have the wheel choose who we go in with again. Alright, survey says. Oh, Gan Ning. Okay, that works. Actually, I said I'd do someone completely new. We'll redo it. Force me to try someone brand new. Zhang Fei. I have played with him, but not since the very beginning of the Switch playthrough. Okay. I don't even think he has a weapon. Let's look. Oh, he does. He has his weapon. Okay. So this guy starts with 2 vigor. That's nice. Probably want to build him for vigor, skill, wind. Vigor, skill, wind as the main ones. Slightly charges Muso when you inflict disorient, which is the status debuff from the wind element. Increase attack by 10% for every might. Causes explosions when you destroy enemy barriers. Okay. We could look at giving this guy different tomes, since I don't think I'm going to be prioritizing speed this time around. I want to get it up to maybe like 5 or 6, but maybe we can try and get skill faster. See how that works. So this guy's only got his weapon, no cumulative levels, no transcendence. We'll go in T5. Still going to be tough since he doesn't have a lot of those upgrades. We'll see how it goes. Specifically look out for might. Characters that have might. Ooh. 70%? Nice. This dude definitely hits hard. Okay, I'm not looking for might. I should keep an eye out for might. At least cycle through all the heroes. Guess we'll get the singular vigor. Oh, that Muso. Okay, you need to do that in a crowd to maximize how it hits. is a little better. We can get this guy the range upgrades from the Vigor tree. I believe it makes the radius on that big swinging Muso really big. We'll find out. Ooh. Gotta remember that he's wind element. Gather around. Nice. Ooh. Divine Chrysanthemum. That's Chata's weapon. Okay. Keep forgetting to look for might. I got stuck on part of the environment by the tent. Oh, must be the, yeah, there it is. Just couldn't see it. Already on the first boss. Oh wow, that was a big hit. Ah, Muso wasn't full. Easy enough. Okay, we can tank up. 15% speed should give us some more horsepower. The agar wood's not bad too. Yeah. Go for tank stats. It's a bit more pickup on Zhang Fei's foot speed. we're up to 6. 40% attack boost. Should check and see what the character's base attack is right now. So I know Zhang Fei is kind of like Guan Yu in that his base stats for offensive damage are pretty high. Hey. Here. Ooh, another weapon. Look at Nobunaga's sword. Venus. Okay, not bad. My record for weapon unlocks dropping in one run, I think I've done 3 a while back. That was really lucky. Usually, maybe I'll see 1, or if I'm doing decently well, 2, but 3 or 4 is pretty lucky. It seems like it does a pretty decent amount of hits because of how fast it spins. Keep an eye on the hit counter if I throw it right in the middle of a bunch of dudes. 2609. Oh, that's not a good example. They're all just going to die. Yeah, it won't register more hits. We'll try it on the next screen. Okay, so now we have Mitsuhide. Again, been kind of ignoring Might, which I should stop doing. But I definitely want him on my team. We need to get 1 more speed, and we unlock his really powerful barrier breaking skill. Okay, the auto's not going to put him on there automatically, so we'll drop him in for Goemon. We can grab... We don't have a formation. We could grab this one for wind. That's not bad. But now, who do I want to pick up? Can do Zalpi for skill emblem. I can afford to grab Kai too for her vigor. Put us up to 7. Okay, that's good. still need speed. Okay, let's try that again. 824 or 909. Oh yeah, that's a lot of hits. We can get our overall hit counter up pretty high for tossing Zhang Fei's Musou. Nice. Enemies at Honnoji's active. Just in time for the boss. My health. Aw, stepped onto an enemy hazard. 30 defeats. Well, at least we got some unique weapons out of that. 2 of them. Yeah, maybe if we don't have Transcendence, we go T3. We'll see. Well, let's run the wheel again, which I didn't realize has been on screen for the last run. Thought I turned it off. But we'll run it again. See if we can get another successful shot all the way through. Oichi, okay. I wonder if she has her weapon. I'll go T3 for this one. She does not. I have cleared it once with her, but it was on a just base level, or T1 rather. So for her, I think we want to go speed. So I'm going to throw the one on here that gives me my boost for speed emblems. Attack boost rather. Have I even looked at her costumes? This is from Samurai Warriors 1. I think she had a kendama for a weapon in that game. And at some point they gave her these kind of bladed flower hoop things. Okay, we'll go T3 and see how we do. Her moveset's kind of wonky. It's quick, but she has these really unusual movements once you start unlocking the later ones. So you have to kind of position yourself, otherwise you'll kind of zip around or over the enemies. If you get her range, she can hit kind of all the way around. Speed right out the gates. And her base skill for Transcendence causes these events to happen more often, which is overall, I think, not bad. Unless you get really bad RNG and you get junk events. Okay, that's C2. That's C3, I think. Yeah. Okay. Let's get her skill. Oh. There's Mitsuhide. Okay, just like before, we're going to throw him on the team. Try and unlock enemies at Honoji as quick as possible. That means we need more talent. Warriors with the talent emblem and ice. Okay, that's her C4, which that's one of the wonky ones. Here, I'll do it when there's no one on screen. The hitbox is weird on that one. I think it more or less hits kind of as she's spinning around, but the movement can push you kind of over the packs of enemies. But if you get her range up, I imagine that's not a bad combo. Oh, she kind of hits when she dismounts too. Okay, I need to watch out for talent. Because Mitsuhide needs 5? No, 1 more and then... Oh, speed, not ice. 1 more talent, 3 speed. Okay, I can do that. Oh, that's right. She has the Ninja Death. Not a bad Muso. Kind of a big animation commitment, but it hits pretty big radius. Okay, I'm gonna re-roll for speed. Kind of want to test that enemies at Honoji's skill against the first boss. It'd be a pretty good indication of how that 150% attack boost stacks up in hitting barriers. Wait, Nagamasa? This is her husband. There should be just one more. Yeah, one more speed emblem. Okay, we'll go with the Bolt one. I think Bolt speed's probably a little more common than Bolt Charm, but either way I'll re-roll for it just to get that buff before we go into the boss. Oh, there we go. There's Naotora. That's pretty good chunks it's taking out of the shield, considering she's not upgraded at all. If she had her weapon and transcendence and a bunch of cumulative levels, that would probably almost one-shot that shield. Oh, and that's her kind of super Muso. I actually like that attack because of how much it hits. It's got a pretty big radius too. Not super great choices. I guess we can go for a big chunk of health up. That only killed about 44 enemies. I think if we had range upgrades, oh boy, frame rate. If we had some range upgrades, I'm pretty sure Hermuso would spread out farther. we'll kind of be able to test that since I do want to go for vigor. Ooh, our bot. First bot of the day. Later. Whoops. Ooh. Is that C5? Or is that one of our hyper combos? Oh. Okay, so we got a hydrate and a stretch reminder from Lava. What's happening, Lava? Good to see you. Oh. Hope you're having a decent week. We are running through more grinding in Warriors Abyss, but the thing that I've been using throughout the stream for determining who I take on these runs is, here I'll show real quick. It's something I put together for future streams as well. Here, let me get that off screen. We have here the Wheel of Warriors. And I'm thinking about making this a redeem. We'll see, but for now, every time I do a new run, this has 119 of the Muso characters that are in this game on the wheel. And whoever it picks, I've got to take into a run, which is why we're playing with Oichi right now. I failed the last run with Zhang Fei. I think we got to zone 3. 2? End of zone 2. So, trying again. Lava says, I got everything for my Crow cosplay. Nice. Lava says, I'll give 2,000 points if you use Shaho Duin. I didn't think about requests. Let's see how long it takes me to either succeed or fail this run. But in addition to using the randomizer, I could do requests. I think that character is more upgraded than this one too. Mr. One-Eyed Badass Swordsman. Is there a specific reason why you want me to use him? Ideally, once I unlock everybody's unique weapon and get them transcended, on future streams when I'm got like pretty much everybody at their base upgrades, then being able to do requests will be easier and I can do it on the same difficulty. Favorite character? Okay. Let's see how long it takes to get through this run. We're already on zone 2. So far we're doing alright. But this character has no upgrades. I just pulled her on the wheel. I need to remind myself what I'm doing here. Really need vigor emblems for range and base attack up. There we go. Let's get this 2 right off the bat with Shimazu. Okay, let's see if we can buy some more heroes. Or get a better formation. Ooh, tortoise shell. This will get us a barrier. That's fine, it's relatively cheap. Now for characters, I guess we can get Dongzhou. We need the vigor emblem for him. And we'll go that. Maybe we'll go Liu Bei for his charm. We'll save our tears for a future one. I'm about halfway through this particular zone. I think our build path is okay. Because I wanted to get Mitsuhide's skill unlocked, I think that's caused me to beeline it past some of the other upgrades, but it's okay. I'm not going to really lose any time this early in the run. Okay, we'll beeline it towards this particular emblem type when we see them. That and skill. Skill for attack speed and elemental boost later, and vigor for base attack boost plus range, and shockwaves later. Mm, 11 rerolls left. Oh, there's the big guy. Okay, I'll take that. That gets us interrupt telegraphed attacks, which is kind of a utility skill. Raise attack 2, that's 40%, I believe. Yep. So now, how much do we have with Oichi? Again, she's pretty much not upgraded at all. 945 base attack. Okay. But we're on T3, so T3 is really not that hard. Oh, come on. Damage is still real, though. 3 of them right here. Well, I'm actually getting slowdown. I don't think I've ever seen this game slow down since I've been playing it on PC. Huh, let me, I was playing this on my recent trip out of town. I changed some of the settings. Let me see. Ambient occlusion reflections, that shouldn't matter. 60 frames a second. Huh. Weird. Just keep an eye on that. Should not have done that so early. Okay, range level 2. That is interesting. If I do the auto sort, to have the computer just stick my team together, it boots Mitsuhide out of my lineup. He's got a really powerful skill, so don't want to leave him off the team for now. Okay, that's pretty good damage. Dead bird. Okay, I'm gonna do something I don't normally do on runs, but it shouldn't be a big deal on T3. I'm gonna pick something I wouldn't normally choose, which is gonna change the run. In fact, it's gonna make cauldrons stop appearing, which is actually kind of bad. But the Mirror of the Four Beasts I've never chosen before. That's why it doesn't have a check mark like these other two. I think it might be one of the last treasures I've never chosen since starting this save file on PC. So for the sake of completion, I'm gonna grab it. It's like the assemble gauge boost is nice, but not getting any more cauldrons is what I think pretty detrimental. At least in the first part of the run. If we were in the last zone, it wouldn't matter too much, but we're in the third zone of 4. Now I have to wait till the very end of the 4th zone to get what I assume will be the only cauldron I can pull. The guarantee one after the 4th boss in this one. 2 more levels, 4 more levels on Vigor, and we get attack 3. Okay. Let's do that. I'm getting super lucky with the skill emblem drops either, which is kind of annoying. Free orb. There's the bird, there you are. Might have thrown that a little too early. That's fine. Ooh, unique weapon unlocked for Yuan Shao. Ooh, okay. Grab the crystal bead, take the 5% hit on max HP. I wonder if it's another viable route to invest in more Muso skills with Oichi. Kinda depends. Being able to throw that big orbital laser frequently seems like it'd be pretty effective for clearing large groups of enemies, but you need to be careful. I think this is right around where I died in the last run. Stuff starts not messing around from zone 3 on, even on a slower traversal level. There's that one combo again. Okay, drone assemble. Really annoying to die here. Oh, I might actually fail the mission. Wasn't paying attention to the timer. Ah, I'll get the bonus. Hey, there's the man. Okay, attack 3. His unique tactic when you recruit him is good if you're building like a Wei team, because it makes all the characters from Wei that you have do more damage to enemy barriers, which is pretty handy for bosses. They've got to be in your formation to benefit from that. Still in the danger zone life-wise. Should I go for the health recovery? Nah. This late, I kind of need all the damage I can get. The peach tree floors give you a small incremental bit of health back, but it increases your max life. Oh. We could do this. 10% regen every level. I just have to not die on this one. I couldn't throw it fast enough. Okay, made it through. Okay, that switched everybody around a bit. We'll leave Shaho doing on the bench, because I don't have a ton of Wei. Is he the only one? Yeah, he's the only Wei right now. That's fine. Some of those combos that has her standing still for a couple seconds is not really that effective when there's things attacking me all at once. Bit of a liability. It looks cool, but I run the risk of being stuck on the same spot when like something comes up at my feet. Okay, I guess we can grab the attack speed up. Ooh. We can double up on skill here with the crystal bead I've got just stocked. That should help before we go into the third zone boss. Oh, that thing's dead. One. Two. There's three. Gotcha. Okay, that's not bad. Really need to push for maxing out vigor in the next floor, though. The next zone. Okay, boss number 3, Tamahami. More damage. Ooh, that's close. Okay, treasure number 3. That is not a good selection of things either. I guess we can get Competo. It's another one that I haven't chosen yet since we've been doing runs on this save file. 30% health at the start isn't the worst, but really not that useful if you just avoid getting hit. Just cross it off the list. I hope I don't regret that later. Yeah, we'll try and funnel some points into upgrading Hamuso. In retrospect, maybe I should have focused on that more early on. Get maximum damage out of that since it does hit a decent amount, a decent radius. Hey, there's Lubu. It's a good set of upgrades. 2 more vigor. Okay, that puts us close to maxing out. Those characters that have 4 emblems are rare. Lubu's one. Hayabusa's another one. I get the feeling some other characters might get 4 once they're transcended. Like maybe they start with 3, they pick up a 4th. So we'll see once I eventually get everybody upgraded. Looking at the time, it's probably going to take me another 15, maybe 10-15 minutes to beat the run. So I don't think I'm going to have time for another one after this. But I can put a note down that next time I play this in your Hero Lava, then I'll do a run with Shaho doing just for you. range upgrade 3. That's good. Keep an eye on our trees. Let's have two crystal beads to burn actually. With range 3, doesn't look like her or Muso. I assume the laser beams would get a much bigger hitbox, but it's not a night and day difference. I think there's still a range upgrade. It's a little bit further out, but it doesn't sweep the entire screen like I hoped. It's okay. That's close. I think there might be hitting beyond the borders of the screen too. At which point, that's a pretty big radius to hit things. Enemies. Yeah, it's very interesting. Some of these spots I'm seeing a bit of actual frame rate slowdown. I don't know why. Since I started playing this game on Steam, I've been playing it a decent amount online and offline, and I've never seen it slow down. Could be my model, but considering I've streamed this several times now, and the broadcast hasn't really suffered even with my model. Okay, we're about halfway through the final series of floors. And I've got 2 beads to burn on extra picks for my team. Wow, that's a lot of damage. 2. Nope, nope, got the real one. Okay, I think I'm gonna burn one of my extra pulls here. Then we'll wait till at least at most floor 7, or at the latest. York. I think my overall, assuming I don't die before, overall clear time on this run is going to be higher than the last couple. Completely unupgraded character with no weapon and no transcendence and no cumulative levels. Especially, even on T3, I thought this would be relatively fast, but still a bit of a grind. And have to be careful because this character is kind of squishy. Ooh, it gets gold lock for free? That's nice. Floor 6. A boatload of tears. I don't know how close I am to maxing out one of the skills. I think Vigor is probably the closest, so I might have to re-roll. See if I can get close. Oh, we actually are close. 17? Okay. Probably roll for the last one. Still have one floor to spare. Okay, I think that'll do. Okay, it's a big, decent boost. We'll swap Tadakatsu in here. So now we have shockwaves, but they don't have. I think they don't have full element by default. Hard to tell. I'm seeing the enemies get inflicted with freeze. Ooh, 2 skills? That's perfect. We have enough to hit 14. Now, this has element. Before it was kind of a lighter black and blue shockwave. Now it's like a pure blue with ice coming off of it. So that means all these shockwaves off the normals will inflict freeze. And we're going into the second to last boss. In T3 we only have to fight one of the 2 warriors. And it's randomized between the Lubu version or the Tadakatsu version. And the final boss. Okay, it's pretty real damage. 1 round, 1 shot. Alright, so now we have our last cauldron. Just buy everything. Formations don't matter. 8 trigrams is better than the 9 gates gold lock. Because that one's 20% and heals. This one is 30% for Muso damage and also deals slay damage. So I'll just burn my last 9k. And then we'll throw that in. Okay, now it's Goma time. About to do it in 2. Form 1 down. Form 2 time. Enough to do it in one shot. Oh, just barely. Alright, that was actually easier than the Bloodthirsty Warrior one round before. Okay, that was a pretty lengthy time. I want to say I was probably like an hour almost. Yeah, 58. 58 on a T3 clear is actually a pretty low time because she doesn't have any upgrades. Yeah, we won't bother saving that. But we did get some weapons. Got one. And I've got almost all the treasures I've picked at least once. There's no real benefit to doing that. It's just for completion's sake. I need to pick the sword once, and then all these have been chosen on runs. Okay, with that, Oichi hit cumulative level 50. That's better than nothing. But yeah, she needs her weapon and transcendence to build out her skills a bit. Her unyielding heart doesn't do her any favors with overall DPS. But we are making progress. $1.4 million in embers. Probably run through and grind some more between now and the next time I stream this game. Try and get more of the weapons unlocked. And then, depending on how I want to structure some of my build strategies, I might start buying up some. I'm not holding on to all these embers for a specific reason, but at some point I'll have to start spending them and investing them in the cast so that we can have more of these characters unlocked. So when we do things like the Wheel of Warriors, I don't get stuck with someone who's low tier in upgrades. But overall, decent progress. So I'll put a note down in the record. Next time I'm streaming this lava, you get first choice. So remind me next time you pop by to pick Xiaohu Dun. Actually, I can see what his upgrades are here, since I wasn't sure before we did the run. Pretty sure he has his weapon. If not, he probably will by the next time. Yeah, he does have his weapon. So his base skills... Oh, I did see the hydrate. His first skill, Veteran General of Wei. For every Wei emblem you collect, 5% attack boost. When you inflict wound, which is what you get from the Slay element, he gets a slight charge to Muso. His Muso meter. His weapon, the Cyclops Slayer. Every time you inflict wound, it decreases summon cooldowns by 1 second, which is pretty nice. And if you ever get knocked into the air, you get a 10% attack speed boost for 20 seconds. Now we can see what his Transcendence looks like, and I'll just refund it till I'm ready to use him. Transcendence is a straight boost to all the abilities of the warriors you get. And it does something different for everybody. So let's see. Okay, so his increase for the Wei emblems goes up 3% to 8. And then his cooldown cuts, kind of similar to Naomasa E. 2 seconds every time you inflict wound. Okay. So you definitely want to build this guy around maxing out wound element and probably just boatloads of attack. Oh, and his Cyclops Slayer's second ability changes. Increases attack speed by 10% for 20 seconds when you're hit, not when you're knocked flying. So you can just take a non-staggering hit and you get the attack speed boost. That's better. That's definitely better. But he gets a pretty decent upgrade from his weapon. And I didn't see what changes on his tactic. Oh, is it 120% when you have Way? Here's the Way and Commander Emblem. Yep. So you get another 20% increased attack, plus anyone with the Way and Commander Emblem gets that boost. Now, see, that's different from Mitsuhide's, because Mitsuhide's doesn't say your summons. Should look that up. Maybe it's his damage. When you summon him and you're attacking barriers, he gets the 150. I don't know. It just says increases attack by 150%. I take that to mean the player. So the player's attacking, and this guy's on the team, it's 150%. That's what I was trying to test in the last runs with Oichi. Either way, that's still a good ability to have, even if it's just for him as a team member. Okay. Well, we will call it there for the session today. Get ready to wrap up. Let me see who's online that we can raid. Oh, Bits is online. And he is playing Overwatch 2. Okay, let's go raid the Burb, see how they're doing over there. Let me cue that up. And we will go ahead and turn off the BGM. And go to outro. Pop-up or guerrilla streams will continue. I should be able to come back on Sunday, resume Raido Remastered. I will let the community Discord know somewhat ahead of time if I'm able to go live. It'll be in the afternoon on Sunday at some point. So we will potentially be back then, and then next week we should have a pretty normal stream schedule. At least during the week. We'll see about the weekend. But until then, thanks for everyone who came by and hung out. It was good grinding through some more Warriors Abyss. And we'll be bringing back the wheel of random warrior choices in the future. Seems like it's a fun way to mix things up. So, hope everyone has a good rest of your evening or day. And I will catch you folks in the next one. Now let's go see how the Overwatchers are going on Bits' stream.